Perfect. So now that you're live on YouTube, I need to explain a few things about Talk and Talk. So as you know, we are a conversation platform where you can come here and talk. We have a lot of languages: English, Spanish, Italian, French. And then today we're here speaking in English about singers passing away. And we watched a video relating to Tina Turner. So let's start with the first question. Who is your favorite singer or band? What do you like about them? So Murilo, who's your favorite singer or band?
Favorite, I don't have favorite singer, but I try to like some bands like singer Stick Fingers from Australia, Bee Gees, and the old band, but I like it until today, yeah, and they have a lifestyle unique, yeah, and I like that. And the music, yeah, and the talk is about the things that I like that. And yeah, I think that's it.
Perfect. Some old bands, right?
Very
Nice.
good band, yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. And you, Ricardo, who's your favorite singer or band? And what do you like about them after drinking a lot of coffee?
Well, I believe that's not possible for me tell just one name because I love a lot of, but I could mention Ricky Astley as a singer, and a band I could tell Creed. I love.
Nice. And what do you like about them?
What? Could you repeat?
What do you like about them? Like, why do you like them?
I don't know. I believe that is particular Creed. It's pop, no? It's pop and rock, but that's a little different. I believe that is difficult to. It's hard to find a similar band. It's original, in my opinion. A lot of songs, but unfortunately, the vocal face a lot of problems, particularly with drugs and other things, and the band don't continue. Sometimes they play together, but the band finish. And about the Rick Astley is, well, he have a wonderful voice, and the sound became my life happier because
Nice.
he sing a lot of dance music. That's nice.
Perfect. So it cheers you up, right? So if it's dance music, I guess it cheers you up.
Yeah.
So let's go to question number 2. What about your favorite songs? Do you know all their lyrics by heart? Like by heart, it means like you remember all the lyrics, right? So what are your favorite songs? It
It's
can
similar.
be
Sometimes we don't notice, but it's similar in Portuguese, né? Because decorar é de coração.
Yes, it is. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's
the
for
same
real,
in
or
French.
kidding?
It's the same in French, in English, in Portuguese.
Really?
D'accord, by heart, decor.
You're kidding, right? Or that's true?
No, it's
really?
true.
I didn't know that. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know till some time ago, but I learned.
It makes sense, right? Because if we remember something like fully, means we really like it, right? Perfect, nice. So what about your favorite songs? Do you know all their lyrics by heart? Like my favorite songs, I know the lyrics, all of them. I like to sing. But my favorite songs, they are songs like that teenagers like One Direction and like Miley Cyrus and those things, Taylor Swift. Those is the things that I like. And you, Murilo, what are your favorite songs? Do you know all the lyrics?
I don't know. And some songs I know, so the lyric that I know another songs in English, I don't know the how later, yeah. But even in Portuguese, I don't know because music it's there are so many musics that are a little faster, yeah. Or I don't pay attention, yeah, in the music sometimes. It's not important. It's important, I think, the melody, this kind of stuff, yeah. When you are in the moment, for example, depends when you are in places, yeah, beach, or park, or job, yeah. You don't know. I think you don't know about the specific letters. You wanna hurt for you perform more or feel better. Yeah, the something like that.
Yeah, but it's nice sometimes to sing along to the song, okay? Like karaoke on the shower. It's nice.
I feel surprised when I know about the lyrics. It's important as well, but it's not really important for me. But I like sometimes.
Perfect. And you, Ricardo, do you know all the lyrics by heart of your favorite songs?
Yeah, I try, né? Because it's in English, né? So, but
So you know.
yeah, I know. How do you say information? But I know.
Perfect. It's nice. So now that's a challenge. Question number 3 is a challenge. Can you recite? You don't need to sing. You need to tell me a line from your favorite song that tugs at your heartstrings. I like this expression. When we're talking about music, tugs at your heartstrings means tocam as linhas do coração as the heart was a guitar, right? So, can you recite a line from your favorite song? Se vocês conseguem me falar um trecho da música que vocês mais gostam, né? When I created this question, I had one in mind, but now I forgot completely. I don't remember what I had in mind. So, Murilo, can you remember a part from a music that you like?
That feel deeply.
Yeah, that you feel like in your
Yeah.
heart. It needs to have sense.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Maybe how deep is your love?
Hard question. Yeah, I don't remember right now.
Is your love? How deep
But
is
sometimes,
your love?
yeah, I don't remember.
Ricardo, you can keep thinking, okay? Because I will ask you later. You start to think. I am thinking one of my own, but I don't remember right now, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, in the past, I've heard a lot of songs that I cry, yeah, about my passion, yeah. And this is funny, but nowadays I change my behaviors, yeah. Or not, I don't know.
So you don't remember?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but I cry when I heard a lot of songs in the past. Yeah.
Okay. And you, Ricardo, can you remember a line from your favorite song?
Yeah. About Creed, I could mention, hold me now, I'm 6 front edge, I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet and so far down. And that's weird, né? Because in English is 6 feet under, né? In Portuguese is 7 palms. It's a little different, né? And
I've never heard this one.
Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge, I'm thinking, maybe 6 feet and so far. I think, well, they have a lot of music that's famous, but I don't know. And about Rick Astley, I could mention, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
This one I know.
Yeah, that's nice.
This one is nice. I like it. Perfect. There's one song that I was listening this morning because like I wake up with music. And then I've never heard it before and I would like to show you. It's from the 80s and I've heard in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. And then it's called In the Meantime. It's this song here, In the Meantime. And then I can't say it's like my favorite song because I knew it like this weekend. And then I forgot the chord. No, o refrão. I forgot the name in English. It talks about love, but not about like romantic love. It's about love like worldwide, like you love everything, and I think it's beautiful. So listen to this song; it's really cool. So I liked it. Okay, Murilo. So let's go to question number 3. No, question number 4. What episodes of your life do these songs take you back to? Like, what do you remember? So, Ricardo, what episodes of your life do these songs take you back to?
Sorry, could you repeat the number?
Number 4.
Number 4. What episodes of your life do the songs that you back to?
Take you back to, like you remember.
Take you. Okay. I don't know. I believe that is sometimes I listen to Ricky Astley or read when I'm a little sad, and but it's not exactly correlated to some episode in my life. I believe that I don't know what happened, but every time that I listen to a song from Elton John songs is Nikita. I don't know. It's it's sad for me. Sometimes causes. I'm not sure why, but every time I feel sad. What about these songs from Creed and Wesley is more, it's happier for me, and but for the other hand, I don't correlate it with any episode in my life.
Nice. I have an experience with that because like my grandfather, he loved Queen, the band Queen. And then I every time I listen to Queen, I remember him. He's not alive anymore. And then I remember him. So I created this question because of that. Like sometimes music remember us of good times, right? And then I like to think about that. I think it's cool. So Murilo is not here anymore. He's not here yet. So let's go to question number 5. So Ricardo, imagine you are a journalist for a famous magazine. What questions would you ask your favorite band or singer? Why did he use drugs?
I don't know. And top of my head, I don't remember any question. But I don't know if the Creed vocal wanted to tell about it. Sometimes when the people could cross for this obstacle is maybe, I believe sometimes there are people that like to, not like, but need to tell about this topic because it's help another person, but it's not exactly a good topic, and so I don't know. But Ricky Astley is not so famous nowadays, so there are just the old fans, and but I don't know. if you were a journalist and the founder, then I try to prepare myself a bit earlier to have good questions to do. I don't know.
Mhm. Perfect. Okay. And you, Murilo, imagine you are a journalist for a famous magazine. What questions would you ask your favorite band or singer?
Okay, and let me see. I asked for him that let me see. Let me see. It's a hard question, but thinking.
Murilo, for you, all questions are hard. It's not like that. Come on, it's easy. No, it's not that easy as well.
No, yeah, it's easy for if I ask you an easy question, for example, it's common question.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking in a hard question that specific time in your life. Yeah,
Yeah.
for example, what what's your bigger dream? Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Perfect. Nice one.
sometimes uh, they or he uh, he's already realized this dream, but sometimes it's not yet. Yeah, or
Mhm.
sometimes he he has a lot of dreams. Yeah, that
Mhm.
when the increase this dream. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. And we think that like famous people, band singers, that they are rich, they have realized everything, they have achieved everything, and maybe not, right? Maybe he has a dream that he hasn't achieved yet. So
Maybe
let's
don't have time for achieve our dreams yet because he has a lot of concerts around the world.
yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
This this schedule is not provided time for to for leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Perfect. So let's go to question number 6. Do you believe that the legacy of a singer can continue to inspire and influence future generations even after their death?
Yeah.
Why? Why not? So here it's a little bit weird because I pasted the other questions after it, but basically that's it. Like if
Yeah.
their legacy continue even after their death, do you think so? Ricardo, what do you think?
Well, certainly, depends on the artist. For example, Michael Jackson earned the $80 million by year, even after uh, his death, and the Elvis Presley's $120 million by year. And the particular Elvis Presley had a movie last year, I believe. I forgot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that's a
well,
really good movie.
yeah, I didn't watch. Normally, I don't like to watch films like that, but there are some movies about Freddie Mercury, Elton John, Rocketman, and Elvis Presley. I I will watch someday. I don't know.
It's a good movie. It's a really good
Uh,
movie. For this.
I believe that. I watch a interview from Priscilla Presley, and she she was beautiful yet, because I believe that she is around 70 years old, and so that's very beautiful. And I became curious about this movie. Maybe someday I will watch it. Sometimes I had a lot of movies and series in my list, but
And you don't watch none.
yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened.
I know what happens. I do the same thing. I never watch what's on my list. I always watch something else. So
Yeah, exactly.
perfect. And you, Murilo, do you believe that the legacy stays forever or after their death or not?
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I think Beatles died a lot of times ago, so many times ago, and
Exactly.
to today, Beatles impact, you affect lives, the people's, yeah, your emotions, having your behaviors, yeah, and Beatles, Bee Gees, how, as I said before, and, Elvis Presley, my friends that like so much Elvis Presley, and put your house every time, every day, yeah, and he feels better when I put Elvis Presley, and thinking your old husband, your old passion, and having all the fun, yeah, when you are you were with your family, your friends, yeah, in the past. And, but there are another song that impact the formations or globalization, having globalization, yeah, yeah, because there are lyrics, and you really impact, yeah. I think stronger with lyrics, yeah, that you feel deeply, yeah. I, yeah, make
Yeah.
sure, yeah, but I think you create a lot of songs in the future that
Yeah, that's true. And just like you both mentioned, there are a lot of artists that people don't forget, right? Beatles, Elvis, Queen, Elton John's still alive, but like he is not the same as he was when he was younger. So I think their legacy stays forever. If they are good artists, né, they won't be forgotten. Né? If they are really good, their legacy will stay forever.
some
So
some artists some artists did some actions, social actions for people, yeah, and they helps each other. For example, humanity, yeah, helps humanity with foods, yeah, with with infrastructure, yeah, education, having education, yeah.
mhm.
It's take your legacy a lot. Yeah.
Of course, and it's because it's not only music, but also they contribute to the social
Oh, yeah,
part.
not about music, but your actions, yeah, your
Yeah,
personal
that's
actions.
true. They do donations, they contribute. So there's also that, right? Like that the social part of their lives, how they contribute to society, right?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. That's true. So let's go to question number 7. Can you think of a singer whose death left a lasting impact on the music industry as a whole? Like a death of a singer that was like chaotic, an impact on the music industry as a whole. I can mention like Freddie Mercury. I think he was a really good singer, and I think his death had an impact on the music industry. And you, Ricardo, can you think of a singer? You can't mention the same as I did, okay?
Well, there are a lot of them. Well, I could mention. I forgot the name of this guy? Chuck Berry, not Chuck Berry. No, it's a black singer and play rock. I forgot. Uh, wow, I forgot. This so famous singer. Uh, well, let me check another. Maybe BGs.
Are they dead? I don't know. They're dead.
Well, that's sad, but this family have a hereditary issue, and a long time ago I didn't know, but the BGs, there are 4 members, but one of them died so young, and after that, there is another 2 integrants, and just the one, the male vocal kept alive. That's really sad.
I didn't know that. I thought they were alive, like the whole band. I really didn't.
Yeah. The cancer caused the death from the 3 members of this family. That's so sad. And well, I could mention, well, I know at top of my head I don't forgot. I don't remember, but there are a lot of. Maybe I remember someone after the Murilo tell us something. Let me check.
But there are a lot besides BGs that I didn't even know they were dead. There are a lot more. And you, Murilo, can you remember?
Freddie McAvoy, I told you about him.
And you, Murilo, can you remember a singer that whose death left a lasting impact on the music industry?
Yeah, I don't like sertanejo, yeah. But when Marília Mendonça died, impact a lot of society and music in Brazil, for example, people's crying a lot about it, and I think it's a promise about sertanejo, yeah, and she has an promissory career, yeah, and she had a promissory career, but the society feels sad a lot, yeah, so much.
That's true.
Impact this kind of music certainly I don't like, but I can see, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's because it was all of a sudden, right? Like we didn't know it was an airplane crash, right? And I guess every time we are not expecting that, like she was young, she was not supposed to be dead by now.
Yeah.
When they are old and like sick, we already know they're going to die one day, like it's coming. But she was young, and this happens a lot, like Mamonas Assassinas. It was
Good point. I love it, Mamonas Assassinas. Yeah, since I was a kid. My mom says for me, but you heard a lot of Mamonas Assassinas in the past. Just Mamonas Assassinas, yeah. And I cry when I was a kid a lot when Mamonas Assassinas died, yeah.
Yeah, and nobody was expecting that, right? Because they were young and they were not supposed to be dead, right? But they died in an airplane crash, and it happens a lot. Amy Winehouse, she died young. Nobody was expecting. When they are old, people.
Jim Morrison, I remember.
The guy from Nirvana, I forgot his name. The guy from
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, yeah. They die young, so people are not expecting.
Amy Winehouse too.
That's even more shocking. When they are old and sick, we already know they're going to die either way. And I guess it's even more shocking when they are in a polemic. For example, Michael Jackson, he died during a polemic. Something related to he's being a pedophile or something like that was coming up, and then he died suddenly. So that, I guess that's why people think he's alive until today. So something crazy. People die all of a sudden. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it happens. But we mentioned a lot of them, right? That died and it had a huge impact.
Mamonas Assassinas were very funny, yeah. And I like their clothes, their dances. Yeah.
Mhm. That's true.
So,
And Murilo, you mentioned Mamonas Assassinas. My mom didn't let me listen to Mamonas Assassinas when I was young because they sang songs like really crazy, right? And then
yeah,
I couldn't listen. I was too young for that. I couldn't
I
listen.
agree.
So let's go to question
But
number
I,
8.
I, I I don't, I hadn't these things, yeah, these thoughts in my childhood, yeah, because I was kidding then. I don't have it.
You didn't have this
But
problem.
my parents doesn't talk about it. Don't talk about it as well.
They didn't mind, right? Eles nem ligavam. You can
Yeah,
listen to Mamonas
yeah,
Assassinas.
yeah.
There's no problem.
No, not disturb me. Yes, it's
Uh,
okay.
Yeah, there was a song that when I was a kid I really liked, Sabão Cracrá, and then I'd like to sing when I was young, and my mom didn't like it.
É, Brasília Amarela. As well.
I couldn't sing. So let's go to question number 8. How do you think the loss of a singer impacts their bandmates, collaborators, and the overall dynamics within the music group? Because like we need to remember they have employees, right? They are
Yeah.
not the person, they are a company, right? And then what happens to these people? Like they are without jobs, like totally lost. So how do you think the loss of a singer impacts the employees that they have? So Ricardo, how do you think it impacts?
Well, the most part of the time, this loss causes the finish of this band. And it's common the principal, the male vocal is the leader of the band. And it's not exactly always, but it's common. But there are some situation that is continual. For example, Barão Vermelho is Cazuza was died. Cazuza died and it continued, but it's a difficult situation because the Frejá is so good singer too, and it's hard to find two good singer in the same band.
Yeah.
But for example, Nirvana finish in the Nirvana is probably in that time is one of the most or is the most famous rock band in that time. But the one of the integrants creates another band. It's famous band. I forgot the name, but it's a famous band. There are a lot of famous songs. That's it, I believe.
Yeah, I guess the biggest problem is not like the bandmates because they are also famous. I guess the biggest problem is like the guy who carries the light, the guy who carries the sound. I guess this problem is this one, right?
Queen finished. They try to call or another singer, but it's not.
He's not that good.
It's not good. It's hard because particular Freddie Mercury is the soul of this band.
Yeah.
It's a very good singer, but a lot of times he lead well with audience on the shows, and that's difficult. And I could try to hire George Michael, but because I believe that George Michael is a wonderful person to got in this band and have not the same but similar famous, but George Michael is a famous singer alone. So in this case, probably he didn't accept, I don't know. But have a concert that is not, I'm not sure, forgot the celebration or homenagem, I forgot the correct word. And they sing, he sang some music, and that's really nice. George Michael singing this song, Queen songs.
Mhm. Yeah, they tried to continue with that guy. I forgot his name. I guess it's Adam something, and it was not
Yeah.
like
Lambert.
yeah. It was good, but it was not that good. So like they continued to make money because they are Queen, but it was not that good. It's impossible to be as good as Freddie Mercury was. And for you, Murilo, how do you think the loss of a singer impacts the employees that they had?
Yeah, the Ricardo mentions or brought a lot of points about the international bands, yeah, but I bring in a point about the national band like João Paulo Daniel, when João Paulo died in the past, Daniel continues alone, yeah, and impacts, yeah, there's some things, but yeah, another by other side, it's there are some good points as well, yeah.
Mhm.
You continues alone and becoming very famous because he created really good sounds, yeah, in your career to today, yeah, and becoming very famous, as I said before, in the society, yeah, and maybe it's a good singers for everyone.
Mhm. Yeah. Here in Brazil, there are a lot of cases, right? This one I didn't know, but while you were speaking, I remember of Claudinho Bochecha that
Yeah,
I
it's
guess Claudinho died or Bochecha, no, Claudinho died, right?
uh,
And then nowadays Bochecha is even without Bochecha because he did bichectomia, and then it really impacts even his cheeks, impactou até a bochecha do cara. So
yeah.
impacts a lot, right?
Yeah, no, but Bochecha, I think don't have in a good career alone here because I think coding impact a lot of your life.
Yeah. Nobody knows where the guy is now. Like, I only know he did bichectomia. It's the only thing that I know about Bochecha. And that he has that song, né, que ficou famosa, da Claudinho sem bochecha. Sou eu assim sem você, né? The music
Yeah,
that,
that's an incredible coincidence.
yeah. So it's the most famous one, but like nobody knows what he's doing now. So he's not very famous. So let's go to question number 9. Can you remember a singer whose death really affected you? Like, for example, when David Bowie died, I was really sad because I really like his songs. And then when he died, I guess it was in 2016, 2017, I was really sad because I liked his songs and I was sad. I was not like really sad, but I was sad. It affected me. And you, Ricardo, can you remember a singer whose death really affected you?
I don't know. I like so much some singers, some bands, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan from. It's different in a different relation with this. So in this case, certainly I became sad about not exactly, for example, Renato Carlos or another singer. I became sad too, but I'm not exactly a fan from these singers. And when have some the bands or the singers that I'm a fan, and they died. I believe that's I became sad too, but it's not exactly. I finished my life or something like that.
You're just sad, but not like completely sad. Just a guy who died, right? Perfect. And you, Murilo, can you remember a singer whose death really affected you?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, Mamas Assassinas. Really impact. I really like it, and then impact myself. Yeah.
Mhm. In this case, it was like totally weird because it was all of them, né? Foi todo mundo junto. So really sad. It was
Yeah.
not like one member of the band, it was the whole band.
Yeah.
Everyone died all together.
When
Sad.
our plane crashes, I think it's hard when people lives continue lives.
Yeah, totally sad. That's true. So let's go to question number 10, the last question. Can you think of a singer whose ultimately death sparked conversation and awareness about mental health or other important issues within the music industry? Because like sometimes they kill themselves, sometimes they die because of drugs. So we mentioned here, for example, Amy Winehouse, right?
Yeah.
She died and people start thinking a lot about drugs because she died of overdoses, right? So I guess Kurt Cobain too. So I guess it's something that sparked conversation about drugs, right? And you, Ricardo, can you think of a singer whose death started conversations about that?
Well, I'm not sure if you understood well, but well, you do tell about the singers or bands that have problems with drugs or on other situations. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. There are a lot of.
Health,
Unfortunately,
who
it's so
died for that?
common. It's so common. Jim Morrison. Well, I don't know. It's the most part of the time. There are a lot of young people, and they face so problem because the famous is so big, and suddenly, sometimes I don't know. I remember about Kurt Cobain or in the Nirvana. There is a reporter that's scheduling an interview from these guys, and it's not to send an email or create an agenda. It's just from the book. I don't know if I forgot this in English. And because it's not so famous, but after they send the album, they release the album, and after 30 days, they were completely reach the audio board. The music and the album is one of the most famous albums in that time, and after 30 days, the guy is one of the most known person. And I believe that's, well, if you don't have a good structure in your brain, in your life, it's so hard to face situations like that now. So I can't, these guys couldn't go out on the streets or just to go on a supermarket or something. So it's harder to face the situation. So in this case, well, I could mention a lot of, but now right now I don't remember, but I could mention one of that you tell. But Kurt Cobain and Amy Winehouse, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, So it's another kind of drugs, but Michael Jackson died because of the drugs. So
Really? I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's I forgot the name of it's a medicine, but he received a huge quantity of this medicine and died.
Mhm. I didn't know that.
I
thought he
forgot
died
the
because he had he had some health problems, right? So I thought he died because of that, not because of drugs. Didn't know that.
yeah.
Nice. And you, Murilo, can you think of a singer whose ultimately death sparked conversations about like mental health or drugs or these problems?
Yeah, Mac Miller, that
Mhm.
recently, and he talks about drugs and health as well, but more drugs, yeah, and or having the bad part. Uh, Sometimes these influence a lot of people, yeah, mainly younger people, yeah, because he he was very younger as well. And having Charlie Brown daddy sometime so many times ago, né? And he told you a lot of so many things about drugs, yeah, and health as well, because he mentioned on sports, yeah, how how can sports to do well for our lives, yeah, and Nirvana, as you mentioned, Jim Morrison, as Ricardo said, and yeah, that's it.
A lot of them. Yeah, I guess this is a problem because when you have a lot of money, all of a sudden, most of the people they don't know what to do with that. So
Yeah.
they fall for that world, like drugs and bad things, right?
Uh, your lives become very intense. Yeah, and he has so much money. Yeah, and get this money for use it for bad things. Yeah,
Mhm. That's
want the live is intensively 100% your life. Yeah,
yeah.
I
And
need
then you die young.
medicine is for feel better all the time.
That's true. And most of the time they don't think about their own health, right? Because they think a lot about like mental health. I need to be happy, and then they use drugs all the time to stay healthy all the time, and then when they see, they're dead, right? So don't use drugs. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with tell me,
I
Ricardo.
I made a research and it's easy to find them. And this list have Amy House, Judy Garland, is a so famous artist, Tim Harding, Whitney Houston,
Mhm.
Jerry Garcia, Billie Holiday, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison,
All
Elvis
of those
Presley.
died from drugs
Overdose.
overdoses. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a huge problem. And as we can see, a lot of people died, right? So it's
Yeah.
totally. But I guess nowadays the number is less of people dying from overdoses. Like it happens, but I guess in the past it happened more.
I
I
don't
guess.
know. Maybe.
Yeah. So guys, with that list that Ricardo said,